Had nice holidays. Did you? Yeah. Good. Just fight dog. You see the game yesterday?
No, I
Don't you?
understand the Patriots.
I can really. That's exactly right.
I guess after the council, these sheets, which are just a list of we discussed the committees, determine their own chairs, and I said public safety committee was the first one. So if that group, maybe I'll call it to order and whatever. Okay, I'll call the Public Safety Committee meeting to order. The reason I'm calling to order is because the chair has not been established. So I would note attendance to that committee. We have Sonny Stevens, Jeff Gay, Mona Brown, Don Oakley. The PD position is vacant. Fire chief is here, and he is on the committee. And our emergency services position is also vacant. So I would like to have a volunteer or nomination for the chair of the Public Safety Committee.
I'd move to have Sonny Stevens as chair.
A motion is second. Does the committee have any discussion? Okay, then all those in favor? That's an aye over there. All right, Sonny, your chair. Thank you very much for that. And with that, I will turn it over to the chair.
We've already called this meeting to order. I guess we have no minutes technically because this is the first meeting of this newly formed committee. I would like to just report some on the police to this committee. The black car that we were having transmission problems with has been repaired. The powertrain was replaced on it, and it was done under warranty. It will also be going to Chris Brown's body shop in the very near future to repair some dents that happened a little while back. The Charger police car was lacking power, so River City Towing worked on that, and they replaced a couple of sensors that were bad, so that problem is fixed. Also, River City Towing replaced a fan on car one, so it was overheating, so they replaced a fan. One of our new officers, Mr. Maskey, started last Friday. The other new officer, Mr. Turner, will be starting in approximately 2 weeks. He had to give some notice at his previous job, so approximately 2 weeks. And one very interested in is, April said that some of the officers from our department went to the Guns and Hoses match last Friday, and they did have a tribute at that event for former Chief Rich Hughes and a firefighter, a fire captain who had passed. So that was a very nice celebration. I'm glad that they could go to that. I don't have anything else for police. Jim?
What about the CAD, RMS, the computer system?
Oh, yeah. April, about the CAD RMS system. Have we had the training, or we're still in training?
Rich Blaine and I went to that training last Wednesday in St. Louis. We are in the process of deleting and updating some information in the system itself. And then after Rich and I get that done, then we'll be in a training mode for like 30 days, and after 30 days, all that information will be purged out of the system, and then we'll go live. So we're still operating off the old system, at least probably for the next 30 to 45 days, probably, until everybody gets used to the new system and how to operate it. And then I have 2 more sessions as far as records management, and then I'll have to train the officers on how to use the records management side of things.
Okay.
May I ask, how do you like it now that you're in it and a little deeper?
When we went to training last week, I think, it's a huge upgrade, to what we currently have, obviously being 14 years old. It's more web-based and more user-friendly, once we get used to the new way of doing things. As far as me, I'm kinda lost on the CAD system side of things, cause I'm not a dispatcher, but I think, Rich Bland seemed to, like it a lot better on the way things were, how you log things and how you can do certain things with the newer program. And also, Rich Blaine and I will be able to access that system from anywhere that has internet service. Him and I will have the capability to access it from any web base. So if I was at home and need to find out some information or whatever, I can just log in and it hooks me right into the system. So that's a plus also.
Thank you, April. I don't have anything else. Jeff, do you have something for fire, or would you like to call on Mike?
Yeah, a couple things, real quick, I did attend the, fire department's, monthly meeting this past month. And, again, good meeting they had, long meeting. And I didn't stay through it all, but I know they were working on, a couple new members.
I think that's my cue.
That's your cue.
All right, since you brought that up, we voted, they had been through our membership committee meeting, and they were brought to our membership, and we voted 3 personnel to be brought to you all pending background check and physical as substitute firefighters. 2 of them have previous experience being on Buffalo, and 1 of them had already been through 3 of our statewide trainings. He did it on his own. First one would be Matt Singleton. He's a young man, he's in the Army Reserves, and I'd like to make a motion to put him on as a substitute pending background check and physical. Another one would be Ryan Chapman, who was with Buffalo, and we voted to move him on as a substitute pending background check and physical. And the third one was Jamel Chapman, again, pending background check and physical, all on probation for 120 days.
What was the third one's last name?
Chapman,
Chapman?
These are for substitute fire.
yes. That would bring our row up to a total of 14 members. I was told I have 1 member that is being transferred, and it looks like in the middle of this month, he hasn't turned his resignation yet. I'll be losing 1 because he's getting transferred.
Mike, I have a question.
Sure.
Any concerns over prior service on Buffalo for?
We, as our membership committee, discussed that in quite in depth. When we interviewed them, we talked to them quite in depth with it, and I don't see anything that could be an issue at this point.
Okay.
that all on those, and I would make a motion that we take Matt Singleton, Ryan Chapman, and Jamel Chapman to full council for approval.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Motion carried. You have anything else, Mike?
We've been collecting money for our thermal imaging camera. I do have a couple flyers here, if anybody has not seen the flyer, I'd be more than glad to pass them out. And as of this date now, I'm plus, the Elks are coming here, and they're gonna make $1,000 donation to us. And with them, I have collected, with the help of the rest of the fire department, $4,270 as of this moment,
Excellent.
is what we've actually have
Very
collected.
good.
Wonderful.
So I'd like to have the Elks come up. Thank you. The Elks have represented enough to donate $1,000 to us. Can I get a couple of other fire department guys up here? Because they all have helped.
Move this out of your way.
This is Bill Catroci, my first captain, and Mike Chister, my second
Robert,
captain.
hold the edge of the, you wanna grab this edge, Jeff? Some other way?
Nope.
There you go.
Okay.
Flash works better one.
Cheese.
Well, if I shouldn't walk.
Gotta push the button inside.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's okay. Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, lift this leg up.
All right.
Get it all done?
Yes.
We would like to thank Jeff Gay for getting this prepared for us, and thank you for allowing it, and great to see you guys again.
Mike, you
Good to see you too.
can hang that up somewhere or whatever.
I'm gonna take
All right.
I do have a couple of them.
Don't mind, we gotta go, we got other business to take care of, so thanks a bunch.
There's been a lot of discussion about fire engineering job also. And the fire officers have been working for a job description, reviewed, updated to what we think it needs to be done. And we're gonna proceed in that unless somebody tells me not to. I've been working and going through the ISO, and I'll be bringing that to the next meeting, showing the importance of that position and why we do need it as a community. Get waiting for some more data on that one. Kelly and I had talked about a couple fire hydrants that we've been missing for quite some time.
Can I back you up to that issue? I'd like, before we bring something to council, I'd like to discuss it administratively for that personnel position.
Sure.
And very open-mindedly, I'd just like to see what the proposal is and where we
Absolutely.
are. And make sure we're on the same page, or understand where we're not, when we bring it to council.
Oh, sure, that's not an issue. And Kelly assured me that these fire hydrants will be taken care of as soon as weather really permits, and we'll be working on them. We were talking about the building code in our department head meeting. I have not gotten with Kent yet to get that finalized, so that's where we stand as of this moment.
And to clarify, we were talking about fire inspections.
Yes.
Correct?
Mhm.
So it's the fire code that allows for those inspections, and Chief Leslie indicated he would like to conduct.
Anybody have any questions for me?
You had a truck, I think, last summer, you probably still have it, has a broken pump. Have you been able to do anything with that?
That one, no, to answer that question. That's one thing I was gonna get with Kelly. We have a truck that we haven't used. It was our old equipment truck for several years. I'd like to put it up for bids for sale. We haven't used it for a couple of years, except for running here and there. And I'd like to utilize that money to put toward other equipment or maybe a future truck in the long run. That'd be the old panel truck I'm talking about.
Is that the same truck with the broken one?
No, that does not have a broken pump. That has no pump at all.
Can't be broken.
other than a water
Is
pump.
that-
It was the old 1520. It's the old power truck. There's some shorting in the wiring, the front end's so loose, I don't know if,
Hey, we're gonna try to sell this thing.
but you gotta be upfront with them too. So, I'd like, you give Kelly, maybe get it, put it up a bit for sale for equipment or whatever. And I'd put that in form of motion also.
I'll make a motion to, put the old 1520 truck up to, for sale.
Well, we can't, full council.
To take.
Make it
Bring the full council.
Yeah, a second.
And the funds go toward equipment, or toward pending the fire truck. And that,
Funds towards a new fire truck. Yes.
What's your motion now?
Make a motion to go to full council to sell the old 1520 truck, fire truck. And funds that come from the sale of this truck will be used towards a new truck in the future.
Second.
All in favor? Carried. You have anything else, Mike?
that's all I had at this time.
Anyone else have anything for the emergency or public safety committee?
Oh, I got one more thing, I'm sorry. Melissa Leslie has passed her probational period, we'd like to move her up to full-time, and that's clerical, more is what it's always been in the past. Just more for Sharon's knowledge. Sorry about that.
No problem. Are these bids on car five? I think car five is the one that was going to be sold. Well, this is a bid for the 2005 Chevy Impala. It's, I'm not gonna pronounce this right, but Yusef Dagba. I guess that's it, and he bids $568. The second bid is from Ben's Auto Salvage for that vehicle. And he bids $1,001. So I would recommend that we take the full council to accept Ben's Auto Salvage bid of $1,001 for the 2005 Chevy Impala.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor? Motion carried. Have anything else for Public Service Committee? Do we stand adjourned?
Very good, thank you guys. Good first meeting. And it takes us to our infrastructure committee. Did we get a chair for that, or do you guys need to choose that as well? So,
Lori was previously chair, correct?
oh, the water, so we'll, just carries.
I'm not on
And
this.
she's not on.
I'm not on this committee.
Yeah.
No.
It's you and Don and Sunny and Chuck.
Yep.
We're the ones on the
So-
street and do some building.
So again, I will go ahead and open the infrastructure committee meeting and note that our membership and attendance has Mona Brown, Don Oakley, Sonny Stevens, and Chuck Hoffman on this committee. I would like for this committee to either volunteer or nominate a chair.
I would nominate Mona Brown. Yeah, oh yeah, I make a motion that we, Mona Brown, Chair of the Infrastructure Committee.
Okay, motion made and seconded, discussion on that? All those in favor? Okay, thank you, Mona, for serving as chair.
I was thinking of the, enterprise committee, these new names. New names. Okay, the meeting's already called to order. And it looks like, last time basically what we had, discussed was the combining of the committees, streets and alleys, and buildings and grounds. We also have the first property, so we need to approve the minutes of the buildings and grounds committee, since that had a, procedure on it for the Burst property for 500 Douglas Street. So I make a motion, I move to approve those minutes from January 12th, sorry. Chuck saying all in order, all in favor? Okay. Other than that, we had no other minutes on there. Does anybody have anything for either of those combined into now the infrastructure committee?
I've had several inquiries about potholes, and I talked to Mr. Henderson today, and he assured me that those will be taken care of when the weather permits, and there is money in the budget, because some of the people are saying, are thinking, and their question implying that since there's no money for streets and repaving, there's no money for potholes.
Well, I noticed a lot of them have been fixed, but then it gets really, really cold again and
They pop
pop,
up, yeah.
So, if you have any potholes in front of your house, call Mr. Henderson or Mr. Neves.
Or go online and use the online.
Yes. Use the online. Oh, it looks like a letter. Oh, okay, yeah. And that's the only one we've got? Do you know what the deadline was on those? Should we pass this to Kent and allow him to look it over? Where's Kent? Kent, this is, the 500 Douglas Street abatement bid.
I knew that there was one in,
Mhm.
that, for your information, the deadline was close of business today.
Okay, this is dated, January 29th.
Who's that one from?
Yeah, you want me to just read through it?
Just who submitted the bid?
It's from James Darnell, but he has a bill with the city or something. He's part of it all.
What's the total amount?
There is no,
Value?
it bounces all around.
Would you like to postpone consideration?
I think
of that?
we need to get a more definite bid before we think about awarding it.
5,000 is what it looks like on the bottom, but yeah, it really needs to be looked at.
So I'd recommend that you postpone consideration of this bid pursuant to getting clarification.
Yeah, I think, definitely Kent should look it over to see what the heck it says, 'cause it starts out at 6,077, but then it says, I agree to satisfy my obligation to the city for this and this and so forth, so, and I don't understand what this happens out there. So
I
we'll
have
just,
a question for our city attorney on the items that we take from 500 Douglas. Are you comfortable with immediate disposal of those items, or do you feel that those need to be held for a certain amount of time before they're disposed of?
What kind of items are we talking about?
Yeah.
It's a wide variety, from clothing, personal items, to lawnmowers, to, appliances, not necessarily appliances, scrap metal and stuff, there's that in there, there's lawnmowers, weed eaters, tillers, sporting goods, and then just a lot of clothes and garbage and stuff.
I think you can move on it, post haste, just,
as we discussed before, this is the one where I talked about getting the bid 2 ways, yeah. And that's kind of just a little insurance in case there is a dispute down the line. But I think go ahead with it. City sort of waited long enough.
Can we, address this then next week and get clarification from Kent as to if this meets the qualifications of the bid? Okay, anything else?
Can we make a motion to take it to full council this February? Or get this, or?
No?
Just get the clarification from Kate.
We don't have anything actually to take to full council,
You could take discussion of full council if you wanted.
and we would just discuss it, so there's no really, there's no motion necessary to do that. Unless you feel that you need to have a motion on the books for that.
I'll put it
Well,
on
it
the
needs to be
agenda.
on the agenda if we're gonna discuss it.
I will put it on the agenda.
Okay.
Mhm.
If there's nothing else? Nobody? Move to adjourn, first meeting, all in favor? Okay.
Okay, infrastructure, now we go to enterprise.
Call the enterprise committee meeting to order, and like to, make a motion to approve the minutes from previous meeting. All those in favor? And so essentially, we discussed the smoke study and the revolving loan fund as far as that went, and we learned